Hello, my YouTube friend. Today we're going to go through this giant The Simpsons World of Springfield action figure collection I traded for a few weeks ago. So let's go back in time to the early 2000s. The set of figures came out called The World of Springfield. It was made by Playmates and they had a bunch of really cool Simpsons figures. The first set had all the basics, Homer, Lisa, Bart, Marge, Mr. Burns, kind of like the biggest characters. And then Series 2, they started adding more characters and more obscure characters, and it was a really cool toy line. I loved the toy line at the time. I was still watching The Simpsons every Sunday night. I would watch The Simpsons and Family Guy. That was my Sunday in the early 2000s. And when this set came out, I really loved it. Now, I was in my 20s, so I wasn't quite ready to start spending too much money on toys. So what I was trying to do was, I knew I wanted the whole set, but I limited myself to just the exclusives or the ones I really liked. So I remember going to Toys R Us and getting the Treehouse of Horror set. That thing was super cool. And I got some of the Toy Fair magazines. I think it was Toy Fair that you would send away. So I have the bowling Homer. I have the Homer glow in the dark hazmat suit Homer. I love that one. So these figures are cool. And what happened was at first they were really hot. Prices were crazy. The Treehouse of Horror set at one time was like $100, $120. Price shot up. People were chasing them out. And then the interest kind of went down. And that happens with a lot of toy lines. When toy lines are new and hot, sometimes prices go really high as people start chasing the stuff they really want. Then something new comes out and interest goes down. And this happens with every single toy line. You have, that initial burst for a few years, then it goes down and interest kind of falls down. So I always say there's, a 20-year cycle. So after about 10 years of it initially coming out will be the dip, where there's no interest. To people, it's like clearance toys or toys that they have no interest in because they just came out a couple years ago and they don't want them, so people don't buy them. So I opened up my store in 2010, so by then the figures were about 10 years old, and I was buying them. I would pay like $2.50 to $3 a figure. I would sell them for $8 to $10. Bart and Homer would be $10. Moe might be like $8. Itchy and Scratchy maybe $10. Chief Wiggins maybe like $7. It really depended on how popular the character. But at the time, I was not really selling to U.S. customers. I was selling to people that were visiting from abroad who never had access to the figures. So someone from Japan would come visit New York City. They would visit my shop and they're like, oh, I love The Simpsons. And they would get the Simpsons figures. So I sold a lot over the years, but I definitely didn't really have U.S. buyers buying them. But most toys, once they hit that dip, they start climbing back up. And when toys get to about 20 years old is kind of right when they start hitting that nostalgia area where people start buying again and they start investing a little money in them. So the World of Simpsons figures are right about to hit that 20-year-old anniversary date, which is going to start driving demand for them. People are going to see them as vintage toys now, not last year's clearance section, but actual toys to pursue. And I'm seeing a lot more people interested in them, and I'm selling them faster. And now I'm getting $10 for the kind of crappy ones, $12 to $15 for the better ones. And I think there's a few that are now becoming kind of rare and more expensive that people are buying. Now, the way I feel is as I collect over the years, I tend to not collect anything that I think is common, that'll be easy to get. I usually try to collect only rare things or things I think would be hard to replace. So Simpsons figures I've always sold as I got them because they haven't really gained any value. But since they're starting to gain a little traction, I do have the desire to start collecting them a little bit more because I always wanted a complete set. When I first started collecting them, I did collect, 10, 20 of the key figures. So I have most of the rarest ones, but I might start filling in the collection a little bit here and there. But for this collection, I think I'm selling most of it. So my advice is if you like the World of Springfield figures and you've always kind of wanted to collect them, but you've been kind of putting them off, right now is the perfect time because prices have only gone up a little bit. They haven't really started pushing up as they will in the next 5 years. So I think right now is a perfect time to collect them if you're interested in them. Still pick up the ones you want, $5, $10 in lots, maybe $15 to $20 for key specific pieces that you're missing. And pick them up now because if you really want them, in the next 5 to 10 years is really when they're going to start going up in value. And that's kind of why I might start collecting them a little bit more as well. So I'm giving you the history of toys and collectibles, but this collection, let's talk about it. I got it like 3 weeks ago, I think, a month ago. It was a guy who just needed to clear out his house. He was kind of sick of having them around. My wife at the time was like, we're a little low on money. We can't really buy too much stuff. He said, don't worry about it. I'll work with you. We can do store credit, whatever it is. I just want to clear it out. So I ended up giving him like $250 to $300 in store credit for the collection, and he just got a bunch of gifts. He was just grabbing things to give to his friends and his friends' children. So I thought that was really cool. I'm happy with this collection. I definitely want to get into the store though, because a lot of people keep asking for Simpsons stuff, especially this series of figures. So this is going to make a lot of people happy, and I'm definitely going to be keeping a few things for my collection. Okay, let's start digging into this collection. Okay, we have Dr. Marvin Monroe, Series 10. That's cool. So at this point, what year was this? This was 2002, it says. I'm not sure if they came out that fast where they're coming out a series every couple months, but I do remember they seemed like a lot were coming out. But that's a cool figure. We have Dr. Stephen Hawking. Now this one is one of the more collectible ones. He's cool. I think I'll be keeping that one though, because like I said, I think some of the rarer ones are the ones that I want to keep for now, just so that I can fill in the holes, so that later on this stuff will be easier to get. That is really cool. Okay, and then we have Disco Stew from Series 9. That one's cool. This one was, what series was this? I don't even know if this one was a series or just like a special release one. Okay, I'll dig into the first box. So usually when I'm buying these now, I'm going to pay in cash around $5 each, maybe a little bit more for the better ones. Around $10 for the playsets, the smaller regular size playsets, not this big major one right here. And I think there's a couple rare ones that I pay more for. And then store credit, I usually give about 50% more. Okay, from Series 5, we have Kent Brockman. That is cool. The vast majority of these, I think, are going in my store in the $10 to $15 range. We have Prison Sideshow Bob from Series 9. I like that one. The card's a little bit messed up. The messed up card ones I might sell for a little bit less. We have Freddie Gimby from Series 13. What year was Series 13? It says 2003. So I feel like these must have been coming out like 2 or 3 series a year, because they only change 1 year in copyright over like 5 series. Okay, we have Sideshow Mel from Series 5. So this is one of the earlier ones. Okay, that's cool. We have Legs from Series 13. I like that one. I don't know if the later series, those I don't get that often, so they might be a little bit rarer and they might have a little bit more value. Again, I have to research all this. I only get collections like this maybe once or twice a year, so it's been a while since I've had the last collection. We got Stonecutter Homer. This one's actually kind of cool. Series 10. That one I might keep. I like that one. Okay, and then we had a playset. This playset is super cool. It's a Toys R Us exclusive Treehouse of Horrors Collector's Lair. This one I'm keeping because I love the Treehouse of Horror playsets, and I don't have this one. This one is super cool. I love it. I love this one. This one's awesome. And something like this, I think I was paying around $15 to $20 for a more deluxe Treehouse of Horror set, because those are definitely more valuable. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Alright, next we have Captain Mcallister from Series 5. That's one I've had a bunch of times. We have Busted Krusty the Clown from Series 9. That one's kind of cool. We have Sunday Best Marge and Maggie from Series 10. I like that one. That's a cute set. We have Gil from Series 11. This is one I don't see that often, so that one's pretty cool. Okay, and then the last one in this box. All right, let's take that down. This is the Town Hall playset with the Mayor Quimby. This one looks sun faded, so I think I gave him around $7 to $10 for it. In cash, I'd pay $7 just because I don't think I can get more than $15 out of it because of sun fading. But it's cool. I like the playset. That's the thing. This set came with so many playsets, so many figures. This is one of my all-time favorite toy lines. I just think it's so cool. Okay, we got this big mega set right here. This is the Main Street playset. I almost never see this playset, and I don't think a lot of people sell it on eBay because it's so unwieldy. I'm going to keep this one. I know it's expensive. My wife probably will want me to sell it, but I feel like it'll be very hard for me to have another opportunity to get this one. So this one I'm definitely keeping. Or I might overprice it just a little bit. Just so that I can keep it until it sells. And then if it does sell, then I can think, oh, maybe I'll get another one. Not 100% sure. I think it's so cool. It's just an awesome playset. Okay, this is a newer set. I've never seen this one before. It's from Bongo Comics Group. It is still Playmates. What year is it? It's 2002? So I don't remember this set at all, but it's 3 of them as superheroes. Alright, so you have Homer Simpson as an ingestible bulk. You have Edna Crabapple for Vampire Redna, and Apu as Captain Quick. So that set's really cool. That one's right up my alley as well. I love when they do the weird versions of them. This is so cool. There's a set of bootlegs that are from Mexico that are all Simpsons characters, I believe modeled after this set. That are like a Freddy Krueger Homer and like Batman Homer. It's so cool. That's another set I would really like to get. This one I'm keeping though. This one is amazing. That one is so cool. Okay, we have Martin Prince from Series 5. That's another one I get a lot of. I think the first series is kind of rare and harder to get, but then the second through like 6 series you see often. I think that's when they were the most common. Okay, we have Bumblebee Man from Series 5. This is another one I get often. But the thing is, they sell. I mean, some of them take a while to sell. It might take me a few months, but they will sell. There's always demand for Simpsons stuff. Oh, okay, this one is cool. Alright, I love this set. This is, I believe, the first Treehouse of Horrors set. Might have been the second set. I forget which one it was, but I bought my own back in the day when this first came out, so I'm probably going to sell this one. I feel like I might have missed it, and like I'm afraid of selling it just in case I want to keep it, but I'm pretty sure I have this one already, so I will be selling that one. And that one will sell really easily. I think it's a little bit more expensive, like a $30 to $50 set. I have to double check again on eBay just to double check prices, but I know there will be demand for it. Okay, oh, this is cool. Next we have the Rainier Wolfcastle as Radioactive Man and Milhouse as Fallout Boy. That set is super cool. This is another one that I'm probably keeping. I love the superhero themed ones, so that one is so cool. Awesome. Okay, and then we have Kirk Van Houten. What is that? Series 11. That one I don't get that often, or I don't remember getting that one. I think the later series are definitely rarer. Okay, and then we have Plow King Barney from Series 11. That's cool. I really like the... What was it? The Simpsons Road Rage or Road Rash game that came out in the mid-2000s, like 2004. And I always liked his plow as one of the cars that you could use. You could just really crush stuff up. That was a really fun game. They should remake that, make like a newer version of it. Okay, we have Kirk Van Houten again from Series 11. So I guess that's a duplicate. I kind of want to keep this one, but I'm going to be selling it. I'm going to sell most of them. I'm just going to keep a couple of the key favorite pieces. Oh, okay, this is a Toys R Us exclusive. Homer Simpson as Colonel Homer and Beverly D'Angelo as Lorleen Lumpkin. This is a Toys R Us exclusive, so I might keep that one. I'm going to see how easy it is to get on eBay. If it's rare and selling for a lot of money, I might keep it. If it seems pretty common, easy to get, then I'll sell it. That's the thing. I only want to keep the stuff that I think it'll be hard for me to get again. That's a cool set. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This is the Christmas set Toys R Us exclusive. This one is with Christmas Marge, Christmas Homer, Christmas Lisa, Christmas Bart, and Christmas Maggie with Santa's Little Helper. And it's just the living room with Christmas tree. That's a cool set. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. I think I'll be selling this one though, because the Christmas stuff I believe will be easier to get later on. So I don't need to hold on to that one. Even though I love the set, Homer as Santa Claus is cool. That's awesome. And eventually when I sort my collection, I have more space, like a warehouse, to actually start sorting my collection and doing more collection tour kind of things. I'll definitely figure out what I have in The Simpsons and maybe make a more concerted effort into collecting the set. Right now, it's like I'm collecting the stuff that I think will be harder to get later on, but eventually I'll sit down and actually try to put the full set together. But this way, I can make a little profit while I'm putting the set together. So it takes a long time. It might take me 5-10 years, but by the time I have a set, it'll be kind of paid for. So that's kind of how I like to collect. Okay, oh cool, we have Bartman Bart from Series 5. That one I get pretty often, but he sells really, really well. I think that's one of the ones that you get a little bit more for. Okay, we have Wendell from Series 10. I don't think I see that one that often. Next we have Mr. Plow Homer. That is cool, I like that one. Wait, what is that, Series 12? I don't think I get that one as much either. And we have Resort Smithers. That's cool, from Series 10. So I like that one. That one is really cool. And then we have a playset. We have, oh, this playset is super cool. It's the Noiseland Arcade with exclusive Jimbo Jones. Move that out of the way. So I really, really, really like this one. A friend of mine was looking for the set a few years ago, so I kind of promised him if I got it, it's his if he wants it. If not, I'll probably keep the set because it's super cool. But that's awesome. Alright, that was a ton of fun. I really enjoy going through giant collections like this with you guys because to me it's fun to buy the collection, kind of look at the collection, see what's in the collection together, and just talk about the collection. I really do like these Simpsons figures, and I know down the road I'll eventually put a full set together. But for now, I'm happy to add like 3 or 4 of them to my collection. I want to thank my patrons for supporting my channel. With their help, I'm motivated to do more videos more often, and I really appreciate that. If you guys want to also help support my channel, I'll put a link to Patreon right there. If this is the first time watching my videos, and you kind of like this big mega haul kind of thing that's going on, click the robot space to subscribe. Why not? I want to make more mega hauls for you. And I'm going to put a couple other toy mega hauls right there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!